Hello, welcome to LCC Media Foundation, sharing your stories with Elnathan. I'm going to go ahead and play our introduction video for one more time so I can give people an opportunity to join in. 1 second. And welcome back. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. This is Elnathan Show, the Elnathan Show, sharing your stories or telling your stories with Elnathan. I'm so excited to be here. To all our viewers who've supported us, joined us from the beginning, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to say thank you so much. We have such a wonderful show for you tonight. We're so grateful that you're here. I'm just going to go right into the show. I'm going to bring in our my trusted compadre, Bola. 1 second. Bola is coming on. Hi, Bola.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. I'm
Hi.
good. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Hello.
I
We're
can hear you
having a bit of
clearly.
technical difficulty.
Mm,
Hi. Okay. You can hear me. Oh, okay. Good.
yeah,
It seemed like as if you faded out a bit. So, hi. How are you?
good, you?
How was your week?
I can't complain.
How was your week?
I can't complain. Can you hear me?
Hello, Bola. It looks like
Can
as
you
if
hear me?
we're not having a good connection. Hmm?
Can
Good.
you
I
hear
had a
me?
good week too. I had a great week too. I like your smile.
I think
You
it's
can't
kind of
complain.
delayed.
Oh, we thank God. So, yeah, I can hear you. Sometimes there's a bit of a lag. Yeah, I
Yes.
can, but it looks like there's a bit of a lag. I'm not sure what's
Hmm.
going on. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, yeah, I'm sensing that too on my end, and I don't know why that is. Oh, we have a beautiful show tonight planned, and I don't know why this is going on. I'm looking at my internet connection, but it looks fine. Anyways, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Okay,
can.
I think it's getting better. Okay, so tonight we're talking about stress. Let's talk about stress. But before I start, I want to do the value moment. So the value moment we have today is I'm going to just go ahead and read out on my phone. Personal finance. It looks like as if McGill University has partnered up with Royal Bank of Canada to offer personal finance class. Um, at the Royal Bank of Canada. So the website to go is I got this information from a trusted source, so I believe it is trusted source. Anyway, so McGillPersonalFinance.com. Once again, it's McGillPersonalFinance.com. If you want to learn more about personal financing and information, McGill is a university, I believe, out of Ontario, one of the top 3 universities in Canada. And of course, the Royal Bank of Canada is one of the big 5 banks. So they coming together to put this show together, to put this class together for your own benefit, for our benefit. I think is important. It is absolutely free. Once again, they didn't send me to you, but I kind of reviewed it and I thought the information there is important. So if you are looking for information, tips on personal finance, on how to grow your personal finance, or even understanding more about money, I think you should go there and learn about it. Once again, it is McGillPersonalFinance.com. McGillPersonalFinance.com. So that's the value moment. I really do hope that you learn something from there, but I hope that you take advantage of the free opportunity. So, yay. Hello, Bola.
I can hear you. I'm here.
Hello.
Uh,
I think we're having a lag.
yeah.
Um, you can still hear me. Okay. So
Yeah, but
tonight
we're
we want
having
to
a
talk
lag.
about stress.
Should
Stress, stress,
we?
stress. And I don't want to talk about things that happen when stress happens. There's a lot of us who've had issues, you hear stories. Okay, do you want to come out of the studio and enter
Yeah,
back in?
yeah,
Is that what you're
yeah.
saying?
Maybe. Yes.
Hmm? Hang on 1 second. Let me see if I can do something on my end. I'm going to remove you from the broadcast and come right back in, okay? I'm sorry, guys. It looks like as if we're having a lag or an internet issue with Bola. This is so weird. I'm so unhappy about that. I'm trying to see if I can switch my internet around to see what's going on. We've never had this kind of a problem before. 1 second, guys. I'm so sorry. Oh. Mm. Hello. I think I'm back. I'm not sure what's going on. Hello, Bola.
Is it better?
I think so. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I can.
Yay! Yay! I don't know what that was about. I'm so upset. But it's okay. Let's get right back into it now. We've lost time. I like your smile. That's very soothing. So today we're talking about stress. So did you hear the value moment?
Yes. Oh, yes. I heard everything. It was just the lag.
It was just a lag in communication. Okay, cool, cool. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're talking about stress, and so I was saying earlier that the issue that happens with stress is we know everybody has somebody in their family who suffers from a stress-related illness. The only problem is they've learned about that it was stress when it was too late. So that high blood pressure developed when you got diagnosed, but the stress had been building, right? People have suffered stroke related to high blood pressure. Why? Because they've been stressed. People have died. I know people who have actually died, and when they did the autopsy, they said, nothing. They didn't find anything. It wasn't a poison. It wasn't an accident. The person just died. And at the end of the day, realized that, the person was working 2 jobs. They were, they had children, or they had, and they had a heart attack. And they were feeling somehow in their body, but they just didn't go to the doctor. And then eventually they died. And it's off. It's wrong that we let these things happen to us. So there's a lot of issues that happen, related to stress. But tonight I want to talk about how do we relieve the stress, or how do you say relief? Stress relief, not relieving. Stress relief, the stress, or stress management. Let's all admit, one thing I like is to admit the truth. The truth is that the stress. We all have stress in our lives. People live in North America. People live in Africa. Think, people in North America don't have stress. But then when you live here, you realize that you're your own housemaid, you're your own driver, you're your own cook, you're your own house cleaner, you're your own everything. The stress is there. You're the one raising the children. A lot of us, you don't even see your spouses. Some you go for night shift, they come for day shifts. You're taking care of the children by yourself. There's just a lot that happens that causes stress. You work 2 shifts, 3 shifts, and you look at your paycheck at the end of the day, you're staying up at night, thinking of money. Nothing balances. Children are misbehaving, underperforming. Your car is not working. They're calling you from Africa. Send money, send money, send money. And at the end of the day, like, it's just me. I don't want to die. So let's admit that there's stress. I think the key to this issue is admitting the stress, because let's not be like those people that will say, no, I don't, there's no stress in my life. Stress is not for me. It's only white people that feel stress. No, I think stress is universal. So today we want to spend a lot of our time on how do we relieve this stress? How do we relieve? What is stress management? How do we, what are stories, or what are people doing, to manage their stress? What should we be doing, And so, Bola, over to you. Tell me, how do you manage stress?
How do I handle stress, or how should we handle stress?
Well, that's how I handle my own stress. Like for
Mm-hmm.
example, now when I handle my stress, I yell. Now I don't know if it's the next. I don't know if that is the right way approach. But when I yell at somebody, I feel.
So, do you feel better when you yell?
Yeah, I do. I do.
That one, I
I'm not
don't
saying it's
know.
the best way. I'm not saying that is okay. The kind of yelling I do can land me into some situations that that I have to beg my way off. But I'm just saying though, that I do that does not make it the right way. The question
Right.
is, how do you, like I'm saying, we're all sharing stories of what we do to relieve stress.
Mm-hmm.
So let's
Yeah,
be honest.
because so I feel like the first thing is, we should all know that we handle stress differently. But
Mm-hmm,
like you said, the first step is to recognize that the stress is there. Don't even fool yourself that that you're super woman or super bad.
Mhm.
And
That is
like what
true.
you have also said is that it builds up. So
Yeah.
just making sure that you're cognizant of the fact that over time it will build. So it's like a battery.
Mm.
Once it's charging up, before it gets full, quickly download somewhere, right? And I feel like, so for
How
me,
do you download?
how do I download? For me, sometimes I take a walk.
Mm.
But the truth about it is, I don't even try to have a particular pattern. You know how you just set your mind to, I have to do these things because times will change. So for example, I can't take a walk now. The weather is cold. I would not even take a walk. I'll just be in the house, right?
Mm.
So for how I handle stress, like I've known myself since was to sleep.
You
I
just
cannot
sleep.
come and kill myself. I'll just shut down.
You just
And I
So
will
while
sleep
you shut down,
soundly.
how many hours are we talking? What is an hour, 30 minutes, 1 hour?
So for me, I'm able to tell myself that okay, so after I've thought of it, depending on what the issue is, after I've thought of it, left, right, center, okay. How am I going to handle this? No way. Okay, what do I do? I just lie down and sleep.
I like what
That's it.
you're saying that there are actually some things that is out of our control. You
Right.
see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That one thing
Mhm.
that I realize that we do as human beings that if you cannot control, you want to control everything, right? I like
Mhm.
control. I like to control things. I like to control the outcome. So from the beginning of the situation to the end, I want to monitor it. I don't know why that is, but that is, I said, people have told me I'm very controlling. I don't think so necessarily, but so I've been told that. And so at the end of the day, I find that if I cannot control the outcome, that even stresses me more than when I can control the outcome.
Exactly.
So I'm thinking
Exactly.
this is,
Yeah, so
when,
that's one thing I found with age. Maybe it's with
so
age. Maybe the more I've grown, I've come to accept that there are so many things I can't control. What I can control is me. So there are
mm,
times, and like I said, there are different times, right? So depending on what the issue is, if it's emotional, I probably will cry and sleep, or maybe just crying can relieve me. But if it is something that I cannot even handle, there are some things you just think left, right, center. How will I come out of this? Left, right, center, left, right, center. No way. I beg, I'm done. But but if it's something that I can work towards, say for example, you're thinking of a promotion at work, right? You have to read some exams. And so you're stressed, you're tired. Just taking a break, maybe taking hot chocolate or something. But the issues of this life are things that we cannot handle. For example, elections in US. I can imagine
mhm,
living in the US right now. I can't handle the outcome. So when you think of it, left, right,
mhm.
center, you just say, God, you know what is in your hands. I sleep, you know. Because like my point is for the things I can't control, I stress after a while, I just sleep. For the things that I can control, then I work towards it, right? For the things
I
that
was about to get, I can remember I was about what do you mean you can't handle the outcome?
handle what.
That's not what Americans would say right now.
I'm just saying, for example. So for example, okay, another example is the Nigerian situation, the NSAT protest and all that. That stressed me a bit, right? And
But
to
I
tell
think
you
we're
the
having
truth.
a lag again on this our stream tonight. We're having a lag on the
Mhm.
internet again. I don't know what's going on here. The Christian in me wants to start binding and casting. I don't know why. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but definitely having a lag.
This is she's not hearing me. This is stressing me out right now. Do you understand? Hello, can you hear me, Bola? Let me rejig the internet to our viewers out there. I really do apologize. I'm not sure what this is. The internet is doing what it does. Technology is doing it. We've lost Bola. I'm so sorry once again, but this is the Elnathan show. LCCmediafoundation.com at gmail.com. Please email us. I really do apologize for this. Bola is back in the studio. I'm going to bring her in. I'm going to bring her in. I'm just going to make the best of today. Hi, Bola. Internet is stressing me. You see what I'm talking about? This internet is just stressing me. This is in fact, this is in fact, what I'm about to start screaming again. Can you imagine? We're talking about this, and the internet is letting me know that I will test this your result tonight. But you know what? The
Let's see how you
devil
cope.
is a liar. We're going to do this show. I'm thoroughly convinced that this was the plan from the internet world. So, I'm about to, but can you imagine? Kai. Anyway, we're talking about the US elections right now, and you were saying
Mhm.
how you can't control it. I don't know if you tell that to the average American right now. And it's divisive, right? It's if you speak to somebody who likes
Oh, so
Biden, they're
you
like,
can't.
oh, and they're talking to somebody who likes Trump, they're like, yay. And I don't know if those people can calm their stress down right now. We in Canada can say that and say, you know what, we're not we're not going to be,
Also, if I was in the US, I will
we're
not
not
be
going to be
watching I
stressful.
won't be
But if
watching
you
the
are then in the
television.
thick of it, in fact, you're already working up your stress without knowing that you're working
I
up your
won't be
stress.
watching
Do
the
you understand that?
television. So that's part of what will pile up the stress because you're following the results, right? I will just turn off the TV and go and sleep. When we wake up in the morning, we'll know who won.
How can you shut the television down?
Because
You know the
so that it
result.
depends on you because
Let
it's
me tell
stressing
you.
me, right?
Yeah, I get your point, but that's as if you have the, how do you put it, the frame of mind, or if you have the self control to even put off the TV. I remember when Hillary Clinton was running against
Trump.
Donald Trump, and I watched from the beginning of the morning when I woke up. I went to work. I watched it through CNN on my phone. By the time I got home, I started in front of the television from 6 p.m. I was texting on my friends in the US. I was texting the Canadians. I was texting. We're analyzing everything, watching CNN. By the time it was, I think it was maybe 10 or 11, where Hillary called to concede. It was like, I was, in fact, I think I was crying. I'm like,
Did you cry?
what is this?
Yeah.
I was angry for 3 months. Like, I don't watch CNN. I think I honestly cried. I'm like, what? She won the couple. You see, even talking about it now, I'm stressing. So I'm not watching election tonight. Though. I'm not, because this is part of my stress relief. Stay away from stressors.
Exactly.
Number one rule,
Yeah.
people: if you are stressed out, or if you know your stressors, if you know what triggers you, stay away from it. Tonight will be CNN for me. I will stay away from stressors. Number two, I was going to tell you a story of something that stressed me out. I remember when my daughter was young and she was starting to do math, and she brought home her homework and she said, Mommy, teach me. So we started teaching. It was a multiplication table, 2 times 1, 2, 2 times 2, 4. And then we'll say 2 times 3 is 6. And we'll go up to 12 and say, yeah, repeat after me. She's like, what did you say, Mommy? We'll go again. 2 times 1, 2, 2 times 2, 4, 2 times 2, 6. I said, repeat again. She said, I don't remember what we said. 2 times 1, 2, 2 times 2, 3. So after I did like times, I'm like, lady, I can't remember. By this time, I'm like, what is wrong with you? An African parents come out to meet you. The way we, not, not like Canadians who are like, no, you gotta calm down and you gotta do that. So I'm like, Lenny, what is wrong with you? I'm yelling, and she's crying. I'm also crying. I'm like, what is this? And we're both stressed. And at the end of the day, I realized that this thing is not working for me, or it's not working for both of us. And so I think of that and I realize a lot of us have the same issue. Sometimes you're speaking to your children, little things will just grow big, and you're like, how did this get here? And you mentioned the group point to support that by saying that you walk away. You have to walk
Yeah.
away, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
And it really does work,
Oh,
walking
yes.
away, take a deep breath. It works, walk away, take a deep breath, and especially in a society where there are rules and regulations, lots of people have ended up in jail or in prison or with tickets because of road rage. Have you seen road rage? Have you driven with somebody with road rage
I
before?
heard someone that had an experience. I've not
Let
had
me not
one.
mention any name, but there are people who have been in cars and they of road rage. It's part
Yeah,
of
she said the
you're
person
stressed and
actually
somebody cuts you.
she said the person actually drove
I'm
and
listening.
went with her home, you know, and once she packed in, he came out of his car and was warning her. I was like, eh? Yeah.
In Canada, yeah.
Yeah.
You see, part of things that part of stressors, weird behaviors that happen when you're stressed, walking away, letting things go. It's easier said
Yeah.
than done, I was listening to someone that somebody said to me that every family in Africa has an anger problem. So a lot of people suffer from anger issues. Not even in Africa, even here in North America, people get angry easily, and we have to really watch and manage that. But so what other ways can we manage our stress? What else do we do? I have lots of things I do for my stress management, and I don't know it's working.
Well, I feel like the truth about it is, I feel
Can you
like
hear
there
me?
shouldn't
Are
be.
we lagging
I
out
can.
again?
Yes, we are actually. But I'll just continue. I feel like the thing is we should not regulate
Mm.
what would help people, manage their stress, because it could be anything. The only thing I would say is make sure it's healthy, let it not
Mm.
be too much sugar or anything
Okay.
unhealthy, just make sure it's something healthy, you know. So for example, you that
Uh,
shouts, make sure you're shouting in your
does
room.
food relieve stress? Does food work with relief stress?
Some people will tell you even just
I've
shopping.
learned that one too. Like
Mhm.
I'm not shouting at my boss at work when I'm stressed. That's a
Mhm.
big goal. You don't want
Yeah,
to, it's not like
yeah.
you understand what I'm saying. That's when your boss give
Mhm.
you additional work at 4:45. You're like, what are you? What? You don't want to do that. I've learned that one the hard way, not to yell at my boss
In
when he
fact,
gives
I
extra work
feel
at
like
45 in the
even
evening or when I'm
even
on my
I
way home.
even I still have a long way to go. So one very short story. We have a neighbor down the road that brings her dog to poop, and the dog had me pooping in front of the house. Like I could not stand it. So one day we walked to her, we were talking to her, and I just lost my cool. If I when I was done, I was like, is that you, Bolale? I lost it. I lost it to the point that when I
I
see
can
her
see
now,
how that
I
can
go the
stress
other
out.
way.
Once again,
I just go the other way because I feel bad.
so
Like, boy, you should have chilled now. Calm down.
nobody, the person now know that you should not be pooping in front of your house. So this is what is once again, this is also my stress issue. When people know what they're doing is wrong and they still do it. I love dogs like as well as the next person. But I know the law says if your dog is pooping up, hold the bag and pick it up. Because I also have a pet peeve, about walking on a pavement and seeing dog poop, even on the grass, it doesn't decay.
Even with
And so
kids,
then I don't understand
you'd
why somebody
step
would
in
do that
it
in the first
or
instance. So in that
anything can
respect,
happen. Yeah.
yeah, and those things can happen. Yeah, I get your point. So I understand how that is a stress, and I get how you handled it. And sometimes I call that a release. Everybody's, they tell you that in science that you're entitled to 5 minutes of madness in a day. So if you need to take your 5 minutes of madness, take it. That's my rule. If you're going to scream, yell, just know that don't scream at a police officer, don't scream at your boss at work, don't scream at your medical doctor. There are rules to this screaming, but scream if you have to. That's what I'm saying. If you need to yell, yell. Yell in a place. Just yell, but don't yell at certain people that can hold the key to your destiny. That is
Oh
also
yeah.
the point I'm making here. Like for example, you see people going to the gym. They'll say, "I want to go and burn off and in the gym." I don't know, gym. If you know the gym is not for you, like me, find another way. The whole idea of this thing is find a way. Some people, watch TV. I have a friend
Mm,
who just binge watches TV shows, just zones out on my starts Friday nights, comes back into the real world Sunday evening. But she's gone all weekend into the life of this binge, shows. Thank God for
yeah.
Netflix. Because you know what, that's also stress relief. I'm not
Mhm.
saying I'm not saying do it, but I'm saying find what works for you. And don't be
Exactly.
ashamed. If it's going
Mhm.
to relieve your stress, relieve your stress. If you're like I said, if you want to cook, sometimes when I'm stressed out, I go and bake. I bake cake. And I don't know why, but creating a piece of cake relieves my stress. I don't know. So I bake the cake and then I eat it and I feel bad eating it and I get stressed over eating it and then I bake
And
it
then the
again to
circle
relieve my stress
continues.
and then the second one, but it's working, I bake it, I eat it,
Well,
I get
I
angry,
feel another thing
but it
is,
works.
asking
I'm
for
not
help,
mad yet.
right? Always making sure if you think that you need help, say for example, the kids are
Say
stressing
again.
you. I said help, asking for help, right? If maybe it's
Mm,
the kids, you want to drop them off
yeah,
somewhere,
yeah,
just
I
breathe.
agree. Surround yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's better to
Yeah,
ask
I
for
think it's
help
important to surround
and
yourself.
be declined than not ask for
Mm.
help. And everybody will be like, ah, but you should have told me, you should have told me. At least let it be that I told you I need help. And then you said no, rather than, you're not asking, yet you're suffering. And most likely you get a yes anyway. So
Mm, our
ask for help.
our society sometimes does that where you're unable to ask for help because you don't want to seem like as if you're asking for help too much. But I understand that sometimes it's necessary to start building around you
Yeah.
circle of friends. Maybe your
Mm,
church community, maybe your work community, maybe
mm,
social gatherings. Sometimes when you go out and you put yourself out, there's also to have they're friends for different reasons. You have
yeah.
mothers who babysit for you. You have people who would go out with you on a dinner. One way to relieve stress, maybe go out, for, I don't want to say drinks, but go out for dinner with friends, with friends and family. Go out dancing, karaoke, do something you actually enjoy. Don't lose yourself. I find that what happens to most people in maybe North America is you forget and you lose yourself, and you don't know who you were anymore, who you are anymore because of work, life, church, commitment, this. Some people, I was going to say one thing, for those of us who are very faith based, is prayer. Sometimes when I'm so stressed, I can just start listening to worship music. I
Mhm.
have some, and, the atmosphere changes and I feel lifted, and that helps me also. So there's a wide variety of things that you do to relieve stress. But, I think that in this, landscape that we are in, COVID, um, loss of employment, people are dying, you hear all this horrible news, the US election. We really need to talk about stress management. I think is important.
Yeah,
Right,
and just
Bola?
reminding
Like this
everybody.
internet right now.
I guess this is just a way of reminding everybody to cool off. You should cool off. You should cool off. Find a
Yeah,
way to cool off.
yeah. Take a moment to cool off.
Mhm.
It's 2 months to the end of the year. And you might think, oh, from January to February to March, what have I accomplished? Till June, July, August, September, and you're like, wow, come, those resolutions you make, and that December 39th service, 31st service, saying I'm going to accomplish 10 things. Those things I don't know. I don't know if those things work. In fact, that thing even stresses me because when I look at the list I make that time, half the time I can't. You know what I mean, right? I see you smiling. I think you're just like me. You start out January 1. I'm going to read my Bible every day. February 15, you've forgotten where your Bible is. Are you like me? But can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
No, I think we've lost Bola again. But she's smiling. So, but anyway, so this is the Tile Nathan show, sharing your story with Tile Nathan. So the also Media Foundation. Please send us your comments, LCC Media at foundation@gmail.com. I really want to hear from you. Bola is laughing, but this internet is still lagging, and I'm so stressed out right now. But you can't tell because on my face, the show, this internet is testing my patience. Now you can hear me. For a moment, it looks like as if I lost you. But I was saying, those year-end,
Yeah, I
was
heard
it early
you. I
first
heard
January
everything you
first
said.
resolutions that we make. Um, you know, like you have 10 things you're going to accomplish this year, and come March, you accomplish nothing. By September, you've lost the list. Half the time, I can't even find my list. I don't know where I put the list. I don't know if that happens to you, and that stresses me out also. So this year I tore that list up. I didn't write any list, and I said, you know what, I'll be excited to just live through the year. Yeah, okay. And make short-term goals and just make short-term goals, achieve it. They call smart goals. Make a short-term goal, achieve the goal, move it on. And I think that has worked for me more. And I'm no longer stressed about not meeting my list. So I want to put it out there to everybody. Um, take care of yourself. I guess that's what all this is about today. Take care of yourself. Don't let anything get you down. If you are stressed, reach out for help. Send out an email. If you need to scream, scream. If you need to binge watch a show, binge watch a show. If you need to pray, pray. If you need to reach out, reach out. Do what you have to do. Bola, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
We're lagging again, guys.
Hmm.
Oish. Can you hear me? I want you to give the last word. We have 10 more seconds, maybe 20 more seconds.
Yeah, can you hear me? Most likely not. I'll
Yeah, I
just go
can hear
ahead.
you now.
Oh, perfect. So what else? Okay, for like you had said, right? It's important we cool off because if you do not cool off, you will blow one day, right? We don't want anybody blowing. 2020 is already is already packed, so unpack yourself. Make sure you unpack. Make sure you release the steam. Don't keep it in. It's very important.
Hmm. If you want to vent, email us at lccmediafoundation@gmail.com. We want to hear your stories. We really want to hear from you. Comments, concerns, questions, thoughts, anything. Send it to us. We want to read it and hear from you. For those of you who have sent us stories already, we want to say thank you very much. We appreciate it. We're going to feature that on the show. Once again, thank you so much. This is Tayo Elnathan, and this is my trusted compadre, Bola of the Word Smiles. Bye, Bola. See you next week.
Bye.
Same
See
time. I think
you.
we're lagging
Thank
again, guys.
you.
She's smiling though. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next week. And so that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry about the connection tonight. I don't know what it is. I don't know who I should sue, but I'm not going to get stressed. I'm not going to blow. I'm going to just take it in strides and say, you know what? We had a good show whatsoever. So thank you once again. Remember to cool off. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to say, please email us at the LCC Media foundation@gmail.com. Have a wonderful week and stay golden. Bye.